King Solomon tells us wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. As we seek this wisdom, let us turn to the Church Fathers and say, Abba, give me a word that I may live. St. John Chrysostom teaches us, fasting of the body is food for the soul. When we begin a fast, or sometimes even during a fast, we sometimes ask ourselves, is abstinence from food really necessary? Or is abstaining from certain kinds of food really that beneficial? Do we gain anything from all this? In a book called The World of the Desert Fathers, there's a story in there that a father shares about these two traders. They were friends and they traded abroad. One was wealthy and the other one was of moderate wealth. And the wealthy man had a wife who was beautiful and chaste. And the story goes that the husband died. And the other man, who the friend was left behind, saw the worthiness of the wife. And so he wanted to take her as his wife. And so she said to him, if you do what I ask of you, then I'll accept to marry you. So he said, whatever you command me, I'll do. And so she said to him, go into your workshop and fast until I call for you. And so he agreed, but she did not tell him how long this fast would last, how long it would be before she'd call for him. So he went off for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and she didn't call for him. But he persevered. And the story says either out of love for her or because God gave him a certain grace and endurance. And then on the 4th day, she sent for him. And so he had barely the strength to get to her. And when he got to her, she had laid a table prepared with food and a bed. And she said to him, look, here is a table and there is a bed. Where do you wish to begin? And so he said to her, I implore you, have mercy on me and give me a bit to eat because I am weak. And so he chose food over the woman right away. And so she responded to him, see how when you were hungry, you preferred food to me, to every woman and to pleasure. Therefore, whenever you have such thoughts, make use of this medicine and be free from every foul thought. This woman taught this man and all of us a very valuable lesson. Fasting, as she said, is a medicine that frees us from every foul thought. We all have many weaknesses. We face many temptations. And if we wish to overcome these temptations, if we wish to have victory over our weaknesses, then we too need to make use of this weapon, the weapon of fasting. Fasting and prayer, the Lord says to us, is needed in order to overcome the demons. If we want to overcome the evil in our life, let us make use of fasting and realize the power there is in fasting and abstinence, whether for a period of time or from certain kinds of food, in order for us to be victorious, as this man in the story also proved to be victorious and went on to live a holy life, a life of holiness that began with a moment in which he heeded the call to fast.